All right, welcome everybody to the world of Kia. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, let's go. I'm so excited today to have this conversation, this sister time with one of my good Judies, Cambriesha.
Hi.
So I was just telling her, like, part of the reason I wanted to introduce her to you guys, so you know she's in my world, is like, she's so special to me. I don't know, it's like the moment we met, it was just the energy. And the reality is, like, she's so, like, talented. Like, besides the fact of being degree down, HBCU grad, right? Like, just also your career, like, being able to be a therapist, being able to be a brander, a marketing person. You're in like every industry almost. Yeah, with all the jobs.
Right, every job.
Yeah, and I'm here for that. I've always been like, ooh, I'll work another job to get the coins and the things I want. Like,
because there's stuff I want.
That's
and
it.
Costs,
and it
right?
costs. And we gotta do
to get what you want.
That's it. And live the life we want to live, you know.
On your own. I don't want nobody giving it to
that. Well, or if they're gonna give it, it's like extra. It's like it's not like, oh, I got it.
I'm not seeking them to do the stuff I want to do.
Correct. But yeah, tell the people a little bit about you, where you from.
Okay. So, name is Cambriesha. People call me either Cam, Brisha. I have so many names. Cammy, because my name is 10 letters. Yeah. I was born in Texas. Dallas, Texas is where I was born. I lived there, but I say I'm from Atlanta because that's where I feel like I grew up. So I moved to Atlanta when I was 13, like a week after I turned 13, and I went to high school there. That's just where my home is. That's where the majority of my memories are. Played volleyball and basketball all in high school.
Period.
Went to college. When you go to HBCU, you gotta introduce your university with the.
Always.
So the Alabama State University. And I played volleyball there all 4 years. Won countless awards. I'm still ranked to this day for blocks and kills.
Yes.
Met someone there who I was married to for a very long time. And then I've lived everywhere. I've lived in Mississippi, which was just real interesting. I've never, like, if you want a city to shut down for real at 10 o'clock and nobody be outside, it's almost eerie how it shuts down.
Well, you're in a small town in Mississippi.
Literally, I was in Hattiesburg. And nothing is there but Southern Miss. And
that's Southern Miss.
That's it. That's the only thing that's there. Like, we lived right behind the campus. Like, all our neighbors were Southern Miss students.
Yeah.
Then I lived in Mississippi, of course, Alabama. I lived in Charlotte, which is one of my favorite cities. I lived in Houston. Yeah, Charlotte is one of my favorites.
Why?
It was so clean. And I really enjoyed being there. I felt like it was like a good family environment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I felt like it was really, and it was like not too far from home, from Atlanta, but they also had like the CIA tournament that's there. So it was like a lot of stuff to do in Charlotte, but it wasn't overwhelming. Yeah. It was just like, it's a city where you can plan to do things. It's not overwhelming where like LA is something literally 7 days a week. It's something going on right now. Right now. Yeah. Right? And there's going to be something going on later tonight. And like, in Charlotte, it's like, it allows you to just like really have your family life, but your social life, it's reasonable. And it was just incredibly clean. Like, I worked downtown at the Bank of America building. And it was just, that was like the cleanest downtown, because downtowns are dirty.
Yeah, they are.
Everywhere you go. But Charlotte was clean. I don't know. And then I lived in Houston, which I did not like.
Really?
I hated Houston. I did. The weather, it was just like real hot, random rain. It was just I was used to stable weather. And then like I lived where a lot of like white people were. And so in southern areas, it's still kind of safe.
Oh yeah.
And you stay to yourself. And so when you're not from a city and you end up in a city that you probably shouldn't have been in.
Right.
You don't have a pleasant experience. So I was a teacher at Bel Air High School. There, just was not my favorite place to live, especially leaving a place like Charlotte and then going to Houston. I feel like Houston is different now than when I lived there 13 years East Coast.
Yeah,
13.
it totally
it's different. So when I went there, it wasn't so much. Like, I feel like it's always something to do in Houston now. So Houston's fun to visit. I don't know about living because I don't like the weather. Yeah, I don't like the weather is too much. And then I lived in Orlando for a little bit. Of course, Atlanta, and then here. So I've been here for I'm in year 12.
Oh wow, that long. So you've been all around the Southeast, and then over here on the West. And so, ultimately, what's your plan like?
I want to go back home. I want to go to Atlanta.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go back home, but I stayed here because I was married. And so, now that I'm not married anymore, I'd rather raise my kids around their cousins.
Yeah.
And then the guy I'm dating lives there. Which is working for me because I'm learning how to date. So like the distance helps me out a little bit, but we see each other every other week. It's so crazy. I was just there last weekend. He's coming here this upcoming weekend. So we see each other very frequently. But I want to go back home. I just feel like that's where I want my kids to be.
I love that.
And I like the values of the South. Because LA is just what's in it for me city, which is fine if you like ambitious in your career and stuff. But as far as like family, I don't know how family oriented LA is compared to where I grew up.
Yeah.
So like family's super important to me, and with no benefits. Sometimes people don't benefit you; they're just a good person to have in your life. But I feel like here everybody's looking for a benefit.
Right.
And so I just rather go back home where it's a little bit slower, a little bit calmer, and I have a lot more support.
Yeah.
And gas is under $3.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of Kia. We get to see everybody in my world.